Yo, what up, people? Welcome to the show tonight. This is JTS, Just Talk Show. We got a good little lineup tonight. We're gonna get everybody introduced though. We're just doing our normal little thing, you know. We're on a Monday night tonight, not on a Sunday night. But we got all our people in the house. We got SG, well, most of our people. We got SG, CJ, we got Spider, and we got Ziggy. Y'all say what's up to the people, y'all.
What up,
What's good,
SG? Just
world?
Talk Show.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we talking about that guy Lil Durk tonight, as y'all can see on the ticker that we got, you know what I'm saying, for the show. And so we just gonna see if us and the fellas we can go ahead and talk about what happened and give our remarks and our commentary on it real quick. Then we also gonna run down since we talking about Lil Durk and we showing them prison bars in the background. It's gonna lead us into another little topic talking about Angola and some of these state prisons and just the prison systems in general. And tonight, man, we're gonna talk about sports a little bit. You know, we love to talk about sports on the Just Talk Show, so we're gonna run that a little bit at the end. We're gonna probably just run through a little bit of baseball, talk about the World Series, basketball, everything going on right now. So we'll see what we get into, man. But like I said, first topic, we got a little video we're gonna run on it. Whenever you want to load that up, my guy.
You get triggered by the Sly for Vaughn comments. Still, I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They'd be like, they be singing Sly for Vaughn. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, them songs is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I wonder why. We here though. We different in Iraq.
Yeah. So that was a video. Was that guy? That almost looked like my guy, King Von.
Nah, that was Lil Durk, and he getting
But that
interviewed
was
by
Lil
DJ
Durk.
Academic, and he was asking him about, when King Von got killed, all the fans was all in, trolling Durk, all in his comments everywhere, telling him when you gonna slide for Von, cause Von said popularizing one of his songs, "If I Ever Die, y'all better slide for me" or whatever. He know his friends gonna slide, and
Yeah.
so the question was, he pressured into doing it? He let the fans troll him into doing it, or is he just, alleged of a lot of, murders,
Yeah, well, I mean, the stories in the news. I'm pretty sure everybody heard by now, man. That they say that he was plotted. The feds are saying it was a murder for hire. You know, that's the official charge. I'll say it like that. And so yeah, to kind of segue exactly to what you were just saying, looks like he did do that, or either he put the hit out for somebody to go ahead and handle that. You know what I'm saying? I think it was who was the victim? Follow what they call him? Who the little young nigga follow? What's his name?
His name Lil Pop. He was Quando Rondo cousin,
Okay.
right hand man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So the
Yeah.
story goes, they caught him. They got the location allegedly from, like, what I'm saying, some local people. Allegedly, the narrative is online that Quando Rondo was rolling 60 Crips, so he was in L.A. He checked in with the Crips in L.A. and they dropped back door and dropped a load of King Von's people, and they put the hit together. Caught him coming out to Beverly Hills Hotel, Beverly Center Mall, broad daylight, tourist area. Caught him at the gas station. He was in the car, and his partner was pumping the gas.
Right. Yeah. Well, shit. Man, it looks like the feds just ain't playing with these guys these days, man. You know, it seems like they bringing these charges down and they trying to catch people. It's a little bit shocking to me that they actually doing some work, but I guess they always been working, But yeah, that's kind of some circumstances that we can hear about. You just don't see play out all the time. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. It depends on the lifestyle you live. But yeah, like I said, them feds, man, it seems like they trying to put these charges on everybody these days. Shit, let me watch out, make sure I don't get no fed charges around this thing. But yeah, if anybody want to get a spill on Lil Durk, man, in the situation, like I said, it's a fed charge for a murder for plot hire, and he was caught. Yeah, that's the funniest thing. They say he was caught in Italy trying to get away, and I guess he was trying to. Yeah. But my thing is, if he was caught in Italy, that means he had got away. I mean, so shit, how much farther did he need to go?
I don't mean to interrupt you,
Go
MJ,
ahead.
but he wasn't caught in Italy. He was caught in Florida and Fort
Trying to get.
Lauderdale, and he had a bunch of he had 3 tickets, 3 different flights scheduled, trying to throw the allegedly throw him off, and they caught him at the airport before he was able to board. He had one scheduled for Italy, one for 2 other countries, random countries, but ironically they were still all the countries were extradition countries. So
Yeah.
with that we ain't
Okay.
gonna help,
Yeah. See, that's what. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought that they caught him in Italy because that's what I thought, and it was an extradition country, and they were able to send him back to the U.S. That's what I thought it was. But yeah, man, that's pretty interesting story, man. What you guys think? CJ or Spider or one of y'all want to talk on it? Ziggy, anybody want to speak on it, man? I ain't gonna take the floor tonight. Y'all go ahead.
Well, I mean, I personally, I was just wondering, like, why would you try to throw the feds off by making these random trips? But you already knew they were coming for you. So,
Maybe so. Yeah, yeah, that's what it seemed like, right?
if somebody wore why, if I mean, what his name? His name was um, I forgot the little brown skin dude, the dude that he had just got out. They had showed posted a
OTF
video.
Jam. His name was Jam.
Yeah,
OTF
Jam.
Jam.
Yeah, that's in there, Jam. Oh yeah. So they put him on. He put him 50. He just got out. Gave him 50 racks. He just closed out on the building. You know what I'm saying? He was starting on the little IG live. Then it was an old clip, and then he turned around and so how he know that how he know that they were coming for him. Them book trips might have been just like a little young tour. Like I'm gonna go to Italy first. I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna go over here. But let me just start right here. And they try to make it seem like he was just doing some real mastermind shit. I don't think that he really was just crazy enough to even be trying to put in the real. He might have said, you know how jokers get together and they be like, man, and you with your homeboy, and you be like, man, if I can get this, man, I catch them dudes anywhere. It's on site with me, bro. I send somebody over there right now. And woo woo woo. That's all that man. Just talk. Just talk. And this clown who won the why, like what a straight clown move. He obviously he did some shit that got him in trouble. So now he want to go back and and spread that negative energy. Man, don't bring that over here, man. You got somebody just speaking on emotion, and now the Fed want to take that emotion and try to turn that into something. That's just like the man. So that's all I want to say about it. Pretty much is like, we'll see in the end, see how it hold up. That boy got lawyers,
Yeah, I like that
and we
take you
can.
had on it, man. About maybe he was just fucking just making a tour, man. He probably was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? It might not have even been what people thinking, and they just try to make a story out of it. So that's that. I like that take though. That's interesting. CJ, you there, man, or Ziggy? One of you guys got a take on this one, dog?
Yeah, no, I feel like, uh, man, the Feds is doing a lot of setting up, man, because I don't think it's right that they get the right to be able to set people up like that, where you can get somebody to go wild worldwide to do this. If you don't catch them in the act of or doing something, I get it that I mean. But wearing a wire is different. But if you catch them on camera actually doing something or on video doing something, that's different. Speaking on something. But if you say, "Hey, I want you to go wear this wire," and make him say something about doing this right here, you know what I'm saying? That's to me, that's kind
That's
of
called
crazy.
entrapment.
Yeah, that's
That's
entrapment
that is,
for
that's
real.
it, and that's
That's,
illegal.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much with it incriminating yourself by because you saying you know something about it or you there at that place. How come that person don't get time too for wearing that wire? That ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That
I
person
would
need
say
to put
this
something
though, you
on
know,
behind.
allegedly it is a body involved though. It was a murder, so like make it make sense, you know.
But you
Even
know,
if it's a murder involved, that's what I'm saying. If it's a murder involved and they already know, why you got to get somebody else to go over here and set the man up to do it? If you already got evidence, then take it to trial. You don't have to have no wire or none of that shit. That shit shouldn't be illegal. That shit shouldn't be legal where they should do that. Excuse me.
no, see what you saying, but now hold up. Before you get too off base with your idea, because you going somewhere, but you starting to trying to come, you mixing up a little bit too many of the good details. Because see now, it could be now if you, it could work out in the good, but I think they use it for the bad, which is a lot of laws. It's not that's not the only law that they twist and use it to capture you more so than using it to really find out the truth of the matter. And like he was saying, he went in, he pretty much was going in there exciting him to incriminate himself to say something that could incriminate because that same example is the same thing. That's why I stopped you to jump in on it because they did that same thing in Mississippi. You got not with a murder for high plot, but just like I was saying with the laws, certain laws that they use and they twist to encapsulate. So they in Mississippi they went out and wore the feds worldwide just out the blue and went to go get some corruption in the government. Now everybody know that the city of Mississippi, Jackson, was is in the news a lot lately, dealing with the minorities because of the water issue down there. All right, the fact that they went down there and was like, hey, we're trying to bring this business down here that's going to promote jobs, that's going to, boost the economy and all this right here. Went to the city council member and was like, we just need you to vote on it. Well, that was an undercover fed. What black person not going to be like, oh yeah, and also they were like, we'll give you $10,000 if you do it too. That's how they got him on the Fed charge. So they turn around and say, okay,
Must have
yeah,
been a
we
Democrat. Hold on, my bad.
I don't know. I don't know what their party affiliation was, but it was the fact that they had somebody to worldwide just to go and make the man agree to something like that, which was going to be good for the economy, which was going to be good for the city, which was going to be good for the community, but the law way, what I'm saying, taking the money to bid for the vote and everything. But that's like in Trump because you already know in it could have been somebody of any race. They would have been like, oh yeah, this gonna help the community, this gonna help the economy, this gonna help the government in
Well,
this state. Yeah, I'm gonna go
well,
for it.
Spider, let me ask you this back on the dirt thing though. They ain't have to entrap him. He all on interviews, dry losing and stuff. He all in his rap songs talking about, the situation and the shooting and everything. I mean, it's all allegedly people can rap and everything like
That
that. But
same he talking about the
man, when they
shooting that
start
they,
making it so easy for him though, man.
They all
I mean, come on. I mean,
fired.
but
Yeah, they
was
did
he
catch him.
on was he on let me ask him that was he the videos and stuff they're making the song, was it about the murder that you saying that they got, or was it just in general? Because then that go back to saying that he just speaking on emotion.
man, this man got plenty of rap songs about plenty of murders and plenty, I mean, allegedly, like you can always, he's gonna talk and, cold. He ain't gonna say what it is, but I'm gonna let the fans tell it. Like, okay, I'm gonna drop a video of a song he just released. Now, I don't know if it was unreleased or was it AI or what, but it's a song that allegedly speaking on, what I'm saying, the situation with Lil Pab and also with Jam snitching and everything. So he was saying that he did know Jam snitching. He kind of knew it was down the line. But let me go ahead and drop that and we'll see what the fans think. Like and subscribe. Hold on, let me get that video queued up.
You ain't get back for your mans. You in the club, you ain't dead. Nike ski mask for the COVID. The only time you niggas wear it. And I lost, bro. I can't be happy till we creep up on the skull. I know niggas act like they with it, but be bitches on the low. Why you posting sun? Why you niggas posting true? Why you act like you support us? If you do hop in the coupe, grab a gun if you ain't with it. Put up money for a gun. Put up money for a hot car. Put up money for a bond. I don't see you on the regular, but I see you screaming Vaughn. See you screaming Vaughn, boy, no cap. I got killers that I love and they don't rap. No cap, I got rappers that I love and they gon' splat. If I die, just don't lie, man. You niggas better slide. If you can't get the main nigga, then you better get his guys.
Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Oh, shit. And y'all niggas had the audacity to talk about slide for Vaughn.
Man, come on now.
Yeah, he put it in the rap
You
song.
better catch his guy. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh at the rest piece of that man, but I'm just laughing at the audacity. I mean, you got it like it's great.
Yeah, man, he put it right in the lyrics then though, and you know that's kind of what I be like, man. These dudes be doing these days. They trying to live these rap lyrics and stuff, man. That's kind of wild. They be wilding a little bit, but we got a professor in the house, man. You know, he just joined us. Professor, man, we running this Lil Durk topic, man. We was talking about that murder for hire plot, and you know what the Feds talking about. They arrested him for and all that. And then we're gonna run a couple more topics about the prison systems, and then we're gonna talk about sports again tonight. We get into those sports that we've been missing out on. So yeah, man. CJ, if you're there, we'll let you run your spiel on this one, your take on this one, and then the professor, y'all can go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, Mr. MJ. But yeah, my thing is, I don't know if they're looking for street creds behind, you know, rapping about something. The G I come up as, yeah, like I was saying, fellas, appreciate the introduction, MJ. But
Yeah,
we come from a generation whereas, man, me and you would sit up and we'd box rather than, what I'm saying, results of violence as far as using a weapon, knife, gun, anything like that, because we knew it was about living about another day. If you might get the best of me today, but guess what? If I'm game, I'll try you again tomorrow. So it come from, people don't think the ramifications that come from coming from a single family home doesn't make weight on the child, but that father's gonna instill discipline in that child. He gonna make him think in the long term as far as, well, son, you know what? You went over there, you lost, but guess what? You still a man. Pick yourself up and go on back in there again. You know, when you raised by female, women are emotional, man. So that's just their nature to be emotional about situations rather than being rational how men think about things. Now just think a whole generation of brothers have been locked up, incarcerated for petty crimes as far as drugs or, you know, delinquent child support, anything to get the brother out the household, man. Making the woman choose between food stamps and free housing or having the man that was the father to these kids to be there. A lot of these brothers would be there if they were allowed to be there. But it's just the generation that has came from me and other brothers that are in this in this group with us is actually our classmates, kids out here doing this type stuff, man, because they weren't taught. They're not able to teach them or give them the tools they need to be successful. So they're going to just pick up on what the next guy's doing, ride the next guy's ways. Me and everybody in this group already know I'm out trying to set my own trend. I don't want to bite off Marcus. Marcus doing his own thing. I don't want to bite off Zig. Zig doing his thing. I'm gonna try to do my own thing. So we come from a generation whereas we had a lot of thinkers. We had the Biggies, we had the Tupac, we had the Mos Defs. Now, man, we got drill rap, man, where it makes you be in that frame of mind where you want to hurt another brother, man, rather than talk this shit out, man. So it's just the generation we dealing with.
Hey, you know what? You are 100% right. But the only problem is that we we confusing emotion. Like if you just like with the Dirk situation, I'm trying to keep it on base. The Dirk situation. Somebody if somebody if somebody get at your people, your brother, or in his case it really wasn't his brother, but they grew up like brothers, but best friend, or just your round from around the way or whatever. Now, you ain't necessarily got to put no hit out because he was loved by that whole community. So if you around, you go to the hood and you hearing people say, man, I can't wait to catch one of them clowns, especially by them flagging and shit too. You know, so the first thing they think they one of them guys, they already want clout for getting that get back. So if he get on the song and he come out with a song, he like he said in the lyrics and stuff, like yeah, if y'all talking that talk, y'all all screaming this and that, screaming Von this, woo the woo. Yeah, but if I go, make sure if you can't get the main guy, make sure you get, what I'm saying, all that. He's saying he know them just emotion. He just saying he knows that don't mean that he paid anybody to go do anything, or that he tried to put a dollar in anybody's pocket for doing it, or just got even a hit out. Period. He just speaking off of what he know what's going on in the hood, how he know them guys feel, and how he know that it's sooner or later somebody gonna they ain't letting that shit slide. Somebody gonna get in on that, and just cause he speak on it and put it in the song, all that doing is just giving him that clout, like you were saying, CJ, about the putting this shit in this way, wanting clout for all the rest. But at the same time, that clout, him speaking on that, that's that new generation shit again. What you was saying, that's how that's what they thrive on that. Like you said, but they but you already know they ain't none of them thinking about. Oh yeah, let's go try to duke it out, and we're gonna fight it. Cause dude, blood has already been shed. So street wise, that's how they gonna handle it. But how because it done already went too far. It done already went too far. It done went too far, like you said, this new generation with the attitudes where this man eating, this man hating. Now they, what I'm saying, beefing over, some of the most smallest, man. So yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I want to get in on and speak on that part too, because at the same time, you making this, we almost trying to make it seem like uh Dirk is telling on himself when the whole time he ain't that ain't that no, that ain't I just gave you a scenario, they ain't telling on yourself. You know somebody, man got real brothers and real sisters and real cousins that want to get at that man. Dirk ain't even related to the man by blood. So he know that them family members already talking about doing something, and he just letting it be known, like, hey,
He definitely telling on
yeah,
himself. Nah,
yeah.
come on.
No, how is it telling on himself? He ain't putting no bound on it. He ain't saying I'm gonna pay the man that do it. They ain't got nobody. I
Yes,
bet
he
you, I
did.
guarantee
He
you,
said it
all
in
they
the
got is
lyrical form.
conversation. All they
All
got is
right, but you right though.
conversations talking about it, but they ain't got name rested now person who's actually said, "Oh yeah, that man said he was gonna give us what I'm saying, like that, like that yo got a big brother situation where them dudes actually got caught and said, oh, he said he was gonna pay us. He gave us that little bit of money and then said we have to wait on the rest." That's killer for hire. The young dog situation, that's
I don't,
murder for hire.
I don't mean to
That shit
interrupt
they
you,
were
Spider,
taking,
but
that's
I
different.
don't know if you read the indictment. They got the indictment where they got the co-conspirators labeled, and they got the one that's they got co-conspirator number 3 is the one that's telling everything that happened, the play by play about the plane tickets and how they got the guns and everything. So whoever co-conspirator is 3 is, we assuming it's Jam, is giving the play by play. You know what I mean? So they got that in the indictment.
Well, I guess we will see, and that'll be another episode. We'll be to be continued on that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, that's interesting takes, man. You guys just had on it, man. Yeah, one second. But yeah, I'd like to just say, yeah, on that, on this old generation versus the new generation, it's not versus, really just speaking on the differences in it, and like what you guys are saying. Yeah, the new generation, I think like all newer generations, they feel like they have to outdo the older generations. Like we got to do it bigger and we got to do it better than they did it. So yeah, they trying to really live them lyrics out in their rap music. They're taking that shit so serious, and if they say something in the rap song, they gonna really have to hold up for what they say in the rap song. Where versus back in our day, we had what they call studio gangsters, and it was a lot of them out there. So I definitely understand that. And but if some of those young guys make it to the mature stages of their life, they will understand the ramifications of when you killing someone in somebody's family. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody, you know what I'm saying, a cousin, that's somebody, a daddy, all that, man. So you got to think about the ramifications of the things that be going on when you think you might be just rapping, you might just be handling your beef, but it's a lot more that affects the community, than you think. So yeah, man. I mean, if anybody else got any other take on this, CJ, we got you in here twice. I'm gonna pull you out on one of them. But anybody else got any other takes? TMB Ziggy, you been a little quiet. You got a take on this one, brother? Before we transition to the next topic, which we can transition into it now. I know you guys got good takes on that. We might have lost Ziggy for a minute, but
I think
yeah,
Ziggy on the bathroom break, man. But you know what? I'll go ahead and say something.
go ahead.
Just on the Dirk situation, man. My final take on it is he gonna go down like Larry Hoover? King Von was allegedly the king of the BD. Dirk kind of took the mantle. Was he influenced by King Von and went violent? Because he was auto-tuned Dirk for a while. But he taking off King Von's moniker. And to speak to the fact about the fighting, uh, King Von tried to fight and whip Quando Rondo, but his homeboy wasn't going for it up the pistol. So that's what's going on out here. But Larry Hoover was charged with the same crime, murder for hire. He doing super life and the super max. It's just a shame that this brother, 60 million up, and he out here doing it and allegedly doing these street materials. My question I got for the audience: did he trick himself out of his position, or is he standing on what he's standing on? Hey man, I'm a gangster from Chicago. I'm a BD, and nigga, if it's like that, but what about your kids? What about India? His girl, baby mama, you know what I mean? His dad, and also I bring up his dad just got out the state or the feds or something too. He was his name Big Dirt. He was allegedly leader of the BDs. I don't know his position or anything like that. And he had Dirk in the right path, because his dad was Muslim, turned Muslim, and Dirk been coming out pressing peace and going Muslim now. But I guess his old demons coming to hunt him. So what y'all think about that?
Yeah, interesting take, man. Yeah, it's yeah, like what you said, man. It's interesting insight you give to it about what exactly is going on with his family and all that stuff and what he did and and what happened. Seems like you were versed in this subject, as you were saying earlier. But yeah, if Ziggy, if you're still on break, man. If not, man, if you didn't have anything else on this topic, we can transition to the next one real quick and see what we got to say about just I guess in general. We can all I know we all got some type of experience or some type of I just say one of our family members, and I don't even think it's race. What I'm saying black, white, yellow, brown, Asian, whatever you are. I know you probably got somebody that's locked up in your family for something. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody that been incarcerated for hell, if it ain't nothing but some tax evasion and some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But what we wanted to speak about, I guess, is like them dirty prisons, the ones that I think they need to be closed down. The penitentiary in Mississippi, Parchman, and also Louisiana, Angola. I guess we can speak to the system like that because I know from what I've heard in Parchman is that some of the living conditions are very very bad. no AC, stuff like that in the heat. And I already know if they ain't got no AC, drinking water and stuff like that might be scarce. It might be dirty. It's just all the conditions of these prisons need to be updated. If you're gonna have these places where you're gonna keep people locked up, you should update it and bring it up to code and all those things like that. Because I know a lot of that stuff is going on. Like, imagine being in a place like that during COVID or any other pandemic and shit like that. I mean, it got to be pretty rough, And not to begin with, it's prison to begin with, and then you're dealing with extra and unordinary conditions. You know what I'm saying? That shit is, I really, as I speak about it and think about it, I really wanted to say, yeah, that's just not right. If you're gonna have me locked up, at least you should upgrade this motherfucker. But if anybody got any take on it, man, we'd love to hear it. Just speaking about what we got on the prison systems, guys.
Well, I'll take a grab at it, man. Like MJ was saying, everybody has a degree of separation for somebody in their family that's being affected by the penal system, man. And the penal system is set up by, if people don't know this, they go into the third grade classroom, anybody that's not wanting to learn, that don't pass the third grade test, and these students are followed for the rest of their life, and these is how they book their beds at gone private. And by making it private, it's about profit. So it's not about trying to keep our communities safe. It's not trying to keep deviants off the street and sexual predators away from our daughters and sons. It's not about that. It's about monetizing all these big companies that own these prisons. That's more about what it's about. I know everyone has noticed the uptick of incarcerations, and it's because the United States is monetized by letting these private companies come in, and then they tell you, hey, you got to keep these beds filled. If you don't keep my beds filled, it's going to be this, that, and the third. So all these things are in place to keep a high population of brown and black people in these type of situations. So when you get in there, if you've never been, it's deplorable conditions. If you go to Raymond right now, you would probably be like, oh my God, the roof is falling in. They have multiple people where you can't even sit. You're having to just sit on the floor because there's that many people in these holding tanks. There's stool wiped all over the wall because guess what? There's no tissue inside of these cells. Then the condition of, hey, how long am I gonna be here? You're not getting any calls, man. You get a call when they feel like it. It's not about serving any amount of justice, and that's what the penal system was put in place for justice for someone. That's not being served, and I don't know if the rest of America is aware of that. If you do a crime, guess what? There is a punishment to it, but it shouldn't be a punishable worse than death. And that's my take on it.
Great take, man. Yeah, like you say, just being locked up is almost a punishment worse than death, man. Damn, Yeah, it's interesting right there. Spider.
I'll take the second spill
Oh,
on it.
okay. Go ahead, Ziggy. You back? Go ahead, bro. Dog. Go ahead. Good job.
Yeah, man. I feel like the jail system is a revolving door. It's hard to um, once you go through it, it's hard to stay out of it. Even my thing is they put them in place to, I guess, to try to socialize people and keep people on a civilized level. But at the same time, I feel like the sentences are a little bit too harsh. Now, like I said, I understand if you do certain things. I feel like, yeah, you should be incarcerated, but um, not for so long. I mean, like a guy said I wonder if it's on a song or not. I can't remember, but he was like, "No, I don't plead guilty because you charging me for what? Taking a plant across an imaginary line." You know what I'm saying? I thought about that so hard. I'm like, wow, that is kind of true. You know what I'm saying? So the rules that they have set in place are a little bit too stringent on some of the laws that they have. And get it, you got to think about it. What is big on the black community, because you got to think about what black people own ships that they can go across the ocean and bring back a large quantity of cocaine, drugs, whatever it is, whatever kind of drugs it is, or the pharmaceuticals. What black people own any of that. So the white people put that in there. I feel like I'm gonna say the Europeans, whoever, any other race. It wasn't the blacks that contributed to this process and got it over here. And the blacks just figured out a way to make money off of it since it's so plentifully over here. Hey, let's make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Since they want it so bad. You know what I'm saying? Now they punishing us for it, and I feel like that's not a realistic lifestyle, and it also take away from a lot of families. I myself have been incarcerated for I would say some wrongdoing, but like I say, wrong place at the wrong time, things can happen. You know what I'm saying, and just my take on it. Um, while I was in there, I just so happened to be in a private facility. Those guys in there eating good. I cannot say nothing about their eating conditions or their living conditions, but the thing is, you just don't have your freedom to get up and go to the refrigerator when you want to, or to make a phone call when you want to. They big on having snitches in there every time you get something good going in there, a cell phone or something. It's always a shakedown or something, and they come find it. So I mean, they try to make it hard on you, incarcerated. You only get one visit a week or something like that. Maybe 2 weeks. Some places you only get one visit a month, and it's what I'm saying. To some people that's hard, especially if you got to travel across a whole another county or another city, and sometimes it'd be another county that you have to go to. But long story short, um, like I said, it is. They are a little stringent. I feel like they need to go back and change some of the rules, because a lot of this stuff was created way back in the 1700s, and I just feel like we in the 2000s, man. We just need to create some new rules and live a new life, start over. That's my take.
Good take, dog. Good take. Yeah, because I agree with a lot of that, man. I mean, yeah, because given your interesting position in life and things that you've been through, you can definitely give us some insight. Uh, but Spider, you got anything on this one, brother?
Man, spin the block on me.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's a bit. That was good. Uh,
I'll take it for a second.
yeah,
Uh, I just want to say, man, that this prison thing, speaking of what CJ was saying, it is a money making thing. It's all design. I made a song called "Design for a Nigga to Fail." Might as well say fuck it. You know what I mean? One for bad, I won't be lucky. They put this prison system in place as the modern day slavery. When they passed, I forgot which amendment it was in the Constitution. I'm rushed it right now, but it's one of those amendments said that the only way that you're not free if you've been incarcerated. So what they're doing on these penal forms, if we're gonna speak to Angola and Parchman, is really modern day slavery. They out there working the whole squad and everything like that. And this is state run. It's not even private. Now they, I don't know if they making their own food or whatever. Are they selling the, the goods and services or whatever? And who's getting the money, who's getting the contracts. But the living conditions in Angola and in places like Parchman, it's subpar, man. It's subhuman. You know what I mean? Like you said, you got feces everywhere. You got the water messed up. They even had a riot in one of the buildings in Parchman not too long ago, a couple years back, where they were setting fires and stuff because people was dying. They wasn't getting no insulin. They wasn't getting no food. Their water was off for days, and they started, rioting and setting mattresses and stuff on fire because people I think they had like a gang battle, and there, a couple guys got stabbed up, and they were just sitting up there bleeding to death. And Jay Z and them and Yo Gotti came in, and they brought light to the situation, and little reform has happened. But man, just I just can't imagine, man, just sitting up there living in the flats, man. You're up there in the flatland, man. Everybody hit the gang banging. You got these young kids that threw their life away with an armed robbery or shot somebody. Their family ain't got no money, too much money to send them. They up there living in the land of the lost, what I call it, man. Living in the land of the lost, you know. Where you pay for your time and your crime is the cost, you know what I mean? So what we gotta do is, as a people, you know, we gotta just say are we gonna shut these prisons down? I mean, what we gonna do with all the hardened criminals? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of losing my train of thought. So somebody gonna pick it back on me.
Nah, I see what you're saying because but the thing about that, Skinny, I say if Parchman, the conditions in Parchman and Angola, I can't speak on them because I haven't been there, but from hearing on a lot of other people takes, man, just a cost of a TV up in there is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Who want to buy a box fan? You know the little small square box fan? I want to say that's $100 for a box fan. Come on,
Dang.
man, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that it be rocks in the food because they send trustees out to the yard and the field, and everybody they grow their own food and they pick it. And I heard when they come back, they got rocks in it. Man, that's from my take, that's what I heard on it.
Right. Yeah.
That's on the food bag.
Yeah, you guys got some interesting takes on that, man. Because, like you're saying, I mean, we got food, we got the living conditions, we got all kind of things that need to be corrected. I mean, if you like I said at the beginning, man, if you gonna actually lock somebody up, you should at least can treat them humane in that process. You
And
know,
they
go ahead.
And even though, like he was saying, all the big corporations profit off of it. Bob Barker used to be one of the big guys that profit off of it.
Yeah, I
He
heard
had
about
the shoes, the clothes, the towels, the boxes. He had all that. His trademark was definitely all over all of that. Bob Barker Classic.
But yeah, I'd be remiss if I just didn't speak to, like, well, I think CJ had mentioned it. Mostly, it's black and brown people who are in there. You know what I'm saying? So if we look at the ratios and the numbers, you know what I'm saying, we definitely could have less, black people in there and stuff like that. So I mean, we could look at any kind of conspiracy you want to and take that any kind of way. But I mean, the numbers are the numbers, and as people say, the numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So we just look at that and we can just go from there and just say, yeah, because of course I've had relatives and all kind of friends, whatever, been locked up, and I've seen all kind of situations and shit. The only little time I've done is a little jail time. Like what's that nigga name? Barney Fife. I've been there on the weekend. I'm out, but I'm laughing. But what I'm saying, it's a whole fucking serious situation. You know what I'm saying? But
If you wanna know the numbers, here goes some numbers for you right here.
yeah. Go ahead, Spider.
Black people make up 13% of the United States. 13%,
Right.
but they make up 33 to 40% of the prison population. That's nationwide.
Yeah, wow.
So out of that 13%, 60% of the blacks live in the South. That would be the entire panhandle: Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. So that means that you have about out of 13%, and you got over half live in the South. The rest of the half split out over 40, 44 other states. That's why it ain't you don't hear about a lot of white people in Wyoming and Utah and
Right.
Montana and yeah. So yeah, that was just on the number thing. Now, as far as the prison situation, yeah, I've been to Parchman, so I can tell you about some of the conditions over there. But I can also tell you this right here. Now, a lot of them prisons that's messed up, it's because they were housing mentally ill people in the prison. And that's where prison became inhumane because you was locking people up who didn't really need to be locked up. Well, they need to be locked up, but just they need to be in a padded cell somewhere, or they need to be somewhere strapped down, or they need to be somewhere, just outside of in the conditions of people who just in there for these petty crimes that the government has been talking against black people, like selling weed, even robbing a store, or you got people in there um, who just straight just drug addicts. They don't even have a mind. They go in there when you hear about the defecate on the wall and stuff like that. Them the ones that are because the same person instead of taking it and wiping it all over his hands and then wiping it on the wall, he'll just take his underwear off. I mean this just I ain't never seen this done. I ain't never done this. But if I had to use the bathroom and I didn't have no tissue, then I'm gonna have to get rid of them boxer briefs, dog. Use that and then cuff that someone try to put that in the trash or something. I'm just have to go commando. But I'm not gonna play in it and smear it all the one. That's somebody that ain't mentally stable. So when you get a whole lot of those kind of guys and you put them in the place where when they get in their mind, they got like a child mind. You tell a child when they go into Walmart or any of these stores, you like, don't you ask for nothing. But he don't care how many ass whoopings will be coming to him. He can't help it. He gonna be like, just give me this one toy, man. That's how them people be in there. They be like, I want to go home. And then they be like, man, look, sit down somewhere. Then they go throwing them fists. I don't want to go home. I want to go home. They start doing all kind of crazy, start breaking stuff, snatching stuff off the wall, phones, tearing up their mattresses, all this right here. And then you got the mother guys in there laughing, egging it on, like because they already know he ain't rap tight. Then stuff start getting toward. They be like, all right, well, we ain't gonna fix it. But why not fix it? You don't want to put this mentally ill patient in here. And see, so now when they break the stuff, they just leave it broke because they mad because the other guy was laughing. But what you want them guys to do? Subdue them? They not doctors. That's not their job to be trying to. That's your job. But the sad part about it is it's all black people, especially when you got majority of black people who in that area, metropolitan area. So it's all black. So the black people the black people in charge of the black people that's locked up. So it's just man, the cycle is vicious, it's diabolical even. And I could we can go on and on about that, but I just want to say that and I did want to say like the rocks in the food and stuff. That's mostly just in the greens. When they go out there and pick the greens, they just go out there, scoop them up, throw them in the pot. You know what I'm saying? They don't rinse them or run them through some type of filter machine. They do, but it don't get out everything. Because sometimes it be bugs in there too. Big what you call them? Big grasshopper type bugs and stuff. They be sometimes they be cooked in there too. They just grab them all up and but food for the most part, it's healthy. I mean, it ain't got no pesticides and nothing like that in there. It's coming out the ground. But like I say, it's the like the no AC thing. That prison's been running since since the 1800s. So it's the chain gang. You know, but yeah. So I know we probably was ready to move on that. I did want to speak if any of the followers or viewers want to hear some more stories about the infamous Parchman, just like and subscribe and put your questions down there, put your issues down there, speak on it. I'm gonna speak back.
Hey, we got a viewer that wanted to comment too about the Parchman situation.
Hello, fellas. How are you guys doing? This is Coco, of course. Just wanted to get my input on, the judicial system that you guys are talking about. The system is a corrupt system, as we know, and everything as far as the educational system, pharmaceutical companies, everything that, holds power with running this corrupt world it all stems from the same Luciferian individuals that's running it all, right? So for some people that's been incarcerated, it's hard to be rehabilitated, when you are living a impoverished life, and it's kind of to be real with you, the people that's in prison ain't nothing stopping them. They still, hustling, they still getting everything, all the goods in there that they need. You know what I'm saying? They actually making more money than they was out here on the street. And I'm not speaking that as a good thing. I'm just saying that, life is about choices. I've been, unfortunately locked up as well, but it only took me one time to be in that environment. It was filthy. I don't like being up under people. and just away from my baby. You know what I'm saying? So it only took me one time to not ever want to, let let a person, another person, lead me to, making bad decisions. Um, the food is tainted in prison, and it's definitely tainted right here, out in, the free world as well. So it is the system. It goes to what you guys were mentioning, y'all last show about the politicians, and not that I'm picking any one of them, because I'm very aware of that they're all as one. This fake stuff that they put out here to us, making it seem like they're different entities. They're not. They have all the same agenda. So, coming from a single mother and was raised from a single mother, we can't teach a man to be a man, but I for sure can instill, my children in the right direction, and so, um, people, just do your research, know what's really going on in the world, educate yourself, and make better choices. Even black men like that, that's on this cast right here. If we unite and we come as one and put each one teach one. So, I just want to say I commend you guys again on y'all success with y'all show. Please like and subscribe. And these fellas are on a great path. And you young fellas, take heed to what they're saying and the movement that they're putting out there for the world. So that's all I have to say, guys. I pray for everybody and thank you guys for this time.
That's what's up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, so yeah, we running a little long on this topic anyway, man. And unless anybody has any final words on it, I think we hit this one like we always do, man. We pretty much knock them out the park, But yeah, so we was gonna transition into sports, man. I mean, we got to get that in, on the Just show. We like to talk about all topics in sports. Is definitely one that we get into a lot. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about I think it's World Series going on. I think all sports are playing right now. You got basketball just started back up with the new season. You got also football. I think they about 5 games in somewhere up in there. So the NFL, NBA. I know college. They going hard on Saturdays right now. So it's a lot to talk about. But yeah, I mean, I'll just say, man, I see tonight. Just kind of just say the Lakers playing, man. The Lakers playing. I think they playing the Suns, and it looked like the Lakers was winning, man. The Lakers were 3-0. Actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little surprised they 3-0, but I think that new coach, JJ Redick, looks like he actually is able to coach. And LeBron is just letting them, is letting them really coach, and that's good because AD is stepping up, and with AD stepping up, it's actually easy on LeBron, and so we'll see how this go for him, man. Because I think LeBron also already scored a triple double, in this season, one of these games. So looking real good for the Lakers. And like I said, they playing the Suns tonight, and also you got a lot of shit going on. Like I said, you got the NFL, and we got the World Series. I think the Dodgers is playing. I mean, I'm going for the Dodgers, and I know the LA Dodgers and somebody else playing in the World Series right now. So
New York Knicks.
who is that?
The
Who
New
is that?
York Knicks. The New York
The
Yankees.
Knicks.
The New
Oh, I'm
York
sorry. I
Yankees.
just say
The
the
Dodgers and the
Knicks ain't
Yankees.
playing no Dodgers, man. Yeah. Oh, it's the Yankees? Really though? No wonder it's been I've been hearing about the World Series because it's LA against New York. That's gonna always be gonna be hype. So yeah, man. You guys got anything y'all want to put in? I'll come back around on the lightning round and give another take. But I just wanted to kind of round it about for everybody. Let you know what we're gonna talk about these sports real quick. Whatever sport y'all want to talk about, man. Go ahead and run it.
Yeah, I got to throw my favorite teams off in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just so happened to become a Dodgers fan this year. Let's go Dodgers. I'm hoping they take it on to the house. I'm also San Antonio Spurs fan. That's a big thing. I really feel like the new addition, Chris Paul to Wembanyama, I believe will be a good championship contender this year. And I'm also a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Let's go Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, the score was tied up 9-9. I got to check back on that. Get back with you on the score on that. But I feel like this year, feel my teams have a lot going. Um, everybody got a chance to make it to the big house, but only one person's a winner, and I just hope few of my teams can make it through. I'm a good bettor, so I try to bet on those teams. Hopefully they'll bring me some money in this year. But my thing on sports, man, is every all the good teams this year, you cannot count them out. All the bad teams from last year have upgraded. Um, Last night was I saw the Trailblazers beat dang, who was it? It was a pretty good team, and I was like, wow. And even
Trailblazer
yeah,
without Damian. Oh, yeah, wasn't
but
Damian Lillard just left the
yeah,
Trailblazer? Yeah,
yeah, even yeah. But I'm saying that's man, that's crazy, So I was like, you know, any team can come up and do something. You got to watch out for Atlanta this year. Um, you got to watch out for the Pelicans this year. They doing pretty good. Uh, man, I can go on, man, because like I said, all the teams pretty much looking pretty good this year. Everybody, Houston Rockets, really surprised me.
yeah, that's
Um,
surprise too.
but they, like I said, everybody stepping up, and last I look forward to building a good NBA season this year. Speaking of NFL, man, I could just shake my head at the NFL right now because all the teams that you think gonna win just because they got all the good players, they lose. Especially the Cowboys. Oh my God, my bad. The Cowgirls. Oh my goodness, man, them guys there. I don't
Yeah,
know what to say about them, man. It definitely ain't that year this year.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Right, man. Yeah, we right about the Cowboys, man. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We in Texas, man. We just we gotta ride with the Cowboys, especially in Central Texas. But if you don't, then people be looking at you crazy, like, oh yeah, that's who you met. You better not wear that. You better not wear no hat that's from their division around here. They gonna ask you to bet like right on the spot. But you know how it is with the Cowboys. Cowboys losing anyway.
I
Yeah.
know.
But hey, real quick, shout out to Vince Carter, man. Just retired, man. I mean, just got his Hall of Fame induction, man. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Vince Carter, man, he was one of the greatest dunkers, or the greatest dunker of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? MJ number two, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Vince Carter, man, was one of they called him the human highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the greatest dunkers, or like I said, the greatest dunker to ever do it. He actually jumped and dunked over a 7-footer in the Olympics. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they still got highlights of that you can look it up, man. So yeah, I just wanted to shout him out since he just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Him and that coach you was just talking about. I think Chauncey Billups is still coaching the Trailblazers. So yeah, both of them got inducted. But yeah,
He
CJ,
didn't get the ring, but he definitely was a good basketball
yeah,
player.
yeah, yeah. That's about
He
the only
won a
thing.
dunk contest. That was a good highlight.
Yo,
CJ,
yo.
hey, real quick, man. We waiting on it.
Yeah, man. I just want to give a small update. The Dodgers are up 2-0 in this series against the Yankees. They're up 4-0 right now in the bottom of the eighth inning. So it's looking like it may be a switch in the tide on that pendulum. I know Aaron Judge was looking for his first one, but he may have to wait till next year. Ziggy touched on this. We got the Giants versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh is at 26-18. As far as the New York Giants, it's like they may close out. There's 3 minutes left in that game. Uh, NBA, yeah, we're back in full effect. I'm excited about a lot of teams right now. I wanna go check out the Memphis Grizzlies and Pelicans at least once each team this year, and then they'll be swinging in my area in around November. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and procure me some seats for those games. I think they'll be playing the Lakers in one game, and then they'll be playing I think they'll be playing either the Hawks or they'll be playing another traveling team. But I'm definitely gonna check. check out some of those games this season. And JJ Redick is doing a great job, like MJ mentioned. Uh, Anthony Davis is finally starting to step up, and he's been 30 plus points all three games. One thing that MJ didn't mention, Bradley Beal got hurt in the last game, so they're down to just Devin Booker and KD at the as far as the scoring thing goes. But anything is possible with basketball. It's just to turn the tides. I also want to shout out Dwayne Wade. He just got his statue unveiled today in front of the Miami Heat Stadium, and congratulations to him. He's a one-time Finals MVP. He's also a three-time NBA champion. He has the most blocks and steals of any shooting guard in NBA history. If y'all just go check him out, Dwayne Wade was definitely a great shooting guard for that city, and he brought some excitement to there, and he helped lift Shaq to his fourth championship. Um,
The
as
Flash.
far as, as far as NFL goes, I'm an Eagles fan, man. I'm right now. I'm looking up at the Washington Commanders, man. Daniels has been a surprise. He is a true rookie, and he is starting, and he is carrying the franchise. I didn't expect that out of him. I expected the Commanders to be bottom feeders again. So by them leading the division at this point in the season, we're 7 games in. So that is miraculous to me. So if he just keeps on doing his thing, he's almost a shoe in for the rookie of the year. Um, that's my take on it. Go Eagles and keep on going, doing your thing, LA.
Bad. Spider, or SG, anyone, y'all got anything on sports, my guys? Just say shout out your team, then go whoever your team is.
Man, I'm still talking about them cowgirls. Dak Prescott can't even throw a touchdown, man. A real bum.
Yeah, I feel the same way, dog.
I but yeah, this year I ain't got no team. I'm just going with stats, players, and performance. So I like everybody. So I like a little bit of some everybody on everybody team. I'm yeah. Yeah,
Sound
that's all. Yeah, tell my spiel on that. I almost feel like Ti. What Ti said back there, like he said, man, I ain't watching no more football. Right? All this. Oh, you know what? Since we talking about it, these rules that they keep changing. I didn't realize that you couldn't. You had everybody had to stay still on the kickoff until the man caught the ball. So, I mean, man, if we paying you these millions of dollars, man, listen, it ain't gonna be easy. You better wave a fair catch. Don't be scared too much you're gonna get hit and no, but you can change that. All that old crybaby shit. Now you getting millions of dollars to pretty much do nothing. You just running up and down the field now. And
yeah.
pretty
But the crazy
soon, ain't gonna be no contact.
and the
I had
crazy
to.
part, they don't even do that on the punt. They do it only on the kickoff.
It
They
did look.
they did they did that to take the injury issue out. I know me and you have been watching football since the '80s. How many players have you seen hurt on the kickoff? A lot. So it's trying to deter on the injuries, man. You don't want to end a guy's life watching a video game. Basically, that's what it is. You watching a game. Remember, this is a game, man. These guys have families, wives, and things that care about them. So I know you as a standby or a fan, like, man, we want this, that, and the third. That's still a human being we looking at, fellas. Don't remove the human aspect from it. He's not a robot out there now. If you put robots out there, go ahead. Tear yourself up. But don't kill a human, man, like that. Just for our entertainment. This not gladiator. We don't need the blood and we don't need the gore. We just need to score.
Football is a contact sport, though, man. You
Violent.
can't
It's
take
a
it.
violent
That's
sport.
just like the
It's human
quarterback, man.
against
They
human.
protecting the quarterback too much, man. If he get hit, his ass get hit. Guess what? He get hurt. You got to replace him. Put somebody else in there. They gonna make the money. And one person just can't make all the money in the world. They don't need to play for 7, 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Make all the money. I want to watch somebody else different every year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should give more people chances, because if you think about it, they only take one person out of one state sometimes 1 year. How many people out of Mississippi go to the league every year? You know what I'm saying? It don't be 10 people every year. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, like it do in Florida or Texas or one of these other big California. You know how many recruits California get every year? It's a lot. Trust me. So that's what I'm
Look at
saying.
the population disparity though in California and Mississippi. If you were gonna compare apples to oranges, look at the resources that they have. Again, you're removing the human aspect away from the game, friend. You have to
You
keep it in
know what?
context.
You know what? I totally understand the human aspect, but where I disagree at is that okay. What about your attrition and your endurance, and also the game of football, especially being the survival of the fittest? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you weak, your bones weak, you might not need to be out here. You know what I'm saying? If you weak and your bones weak, you don't need to be out here. And also with all these advancements in technology, and also we got AI, we got all kind of things and analytics that can teach us how to effectively do these things that we're doing, what speed we should run at, how what I'm saying, how to tackle, what not to tackle, and how to run. Also, think about your other battle buddy out there. I mean, yeah, that's another team you want to win this game, but I mean, let's not just go break somebody's bones. I mean, let's. What about those responsibilities? That's what they had to actually deal with in the old days. Now you take to give all those new rules. You're taking a part of the game away from you're taking an aspect of the game away. That did look so fucking weird to me to see them stand there on the kickoff. I was like, "What's going on?" First time I saw that, I was like, This just don't look right." But for me to say all that, I do completely understand, and I do agree with the human aspect of it and not wanting to be watching gladiators out there. But man, they ain't got knives and swords in their hands. They actually are hands, feet, and body to body, and they have plenty of protection on. So what we need to just really think about is why are these people getting hurt? Because if it's human against human, what's going on? Is somebody cheating? Or are somebody just stronger than everybody else? What are somebody taking steroids or supplements that's making him bigger? I ain't gonna call it steroids. You can't say people cheating, but why are you able to run into another human being and just break his goddamn bone if he also is a gladiator too? You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He work out too. Now I can see if you run into now if one of them big guys run into me, yeah, he'll break my bones, and yeah, I need to go to the hospital. But I ain't no football player. You see what I'm saying, CJ? And you know what I'm saying. That's just what I mean about the attrition. You know what I'm saying. And also, I just want to say real quick, basketball, your endurance matters. Like KG said, playing 82 games. Fuck, that's what you sign on the dotted line to do. Play 82 games. It's unheard of now to even play 82 games. So I'm like him. There's no need to compare errors. Not even do that no more.
But
Well,
not
the analytics is the reason why they changed the kickoff because they looked at the analytics and they figured out most players get injured on that because I don't know. I played football, so your eyes are on the ball. It's not on the man running at you at 15 miles an hour, and you've had a low impact accident. You almost got whiplash in it. Just imagine a man hitting you running at 15 miles an hour. You looking straight up at the ball. The ball hits your hand, you're free game. So guess what? That's
Yeah,
why they removed it because they
yeah,
got the
I
data.
agree with you on that aspect. Yeah, because if
nah,
somebody
but
hits you, you ain't paying attention. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
they didn't remove it from the punt return though. Punt return is when they really get hit. Come on now, you looking up at the ball and got you only got two guys blocking. Really, everybody else trying to go block the punt. But in kick return, you really got your whole team blocking for you. You don't have your whole team blocking for you on that punt return. That's when they should have did it. They should have enforced that rule on the punt return, not on the kickoff return. Most of the
SG,
time, they punting the ball, they
oh,
kicking the
you
ball
gotta,
in the
you
end
gotta,
zone on the kickoff return.
you got a topic. I mean, you got something you want to say on this SG? We got to get you in on the conversation if you want to just, shout out your favorite team or whatever, man.
Can you hear me? Hello?
SG might be on the bathroom break.
Hey, am I hello? Hey.
I hear you, Ziggy. We hear you, Ziggy.
Oh.
Yeah. I was just checking to see if SG and maybe Coco had a topic, had a take on this one. Yeah, but it's basically sports. Like he said, it ain't his wheelhouse. But I just want to shout out his favorite team.
But I'm
I
saying
think he's a
the
Lakers
punt
fan. I
return
know he's
is
a
when they
Lakers fan,
usually get hit the
but I ain't
most.
sure what else he is in football.
A
Go
punt
ahead, Ziggy.
return is usually when they get hit the most. That's why I'm trying to see why they didn't enforce it on the punt return instead of the kickoff.
Well, maybe I think the punt return is different because of the way the ball is kicked. Maybe that's what it is because the kicker can actually control a little bit more on the punt return because he can like I played Madden before. That's the reason why I know this. Like you can kick it to the corner, you can kick it out of bounds, you can strategize. As a kicker, you got a lot more things you can do in the punt. And so maybe that's what it is. You're gonna probably take too much strategy away if
You
you.
can do the same thing on a kick return.
Yeah, kind of. I'm just thinking, like I said, yeah, you pretty much right, but I don't think you can't kick, you don't have the flexibility you do because it's sitting on the ground in that pylon. So I think it's a
But what
little
I'm
bit.
saying is you got more block on a kick return than you do on the punt to get hurt. You don't see how them men be coming at them full force on the punt return. They mostly call fair catch on more punt returns than they do on kickoff.
I mean, you definitely got an argument on it, man. If they're gonna change the rule on one, they should have did it on both of them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you don't have an argument on that. I have to agree with you. Yeah, but as far as the rule change,
They need to make the field bigger then.
I'm gonna tell y'all what the young cats be saying about us, man. We just old, the old heads. We old heads. Oh, y'all old. Y'all wanted everything to be like it was back in the day. But you know what I'm saying? They gonna be feeling the same way when they get up. They gonna be like, man, basketball used to be better. I don't know what they looking at now. I don't know how much worse it can get, but you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see, man. We will see. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed it done got different basketball and football. A lot of rule changes.
Yeah, they
And
changed it to flag football now.
yeah, I agree. With the life saving tactics. We don't want people to be hurt and in the hospital like that thing that happened with what was his name? That played for the Bills. That was pretty scary. The guy that fell out for the Bills and had
DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, DeMar Hamlin. That was pretty scary.
But still, then they should take less money then, because people pay a lot of money just to see a team win. But I get the gladiator part. You don't want to see no gruesome stuff happen to people, but you got to think about it. Everybody out there to get that ball across that goal. Everybody got a goal out there. They out there to stop you, and they out there to advance. The offense is to advance, and the defense is to stop you. So when you got two teams going at each other, you're gonna in a physical contact sport, it's gonna be some accidents, some concussions, some what I'm saying. It's gonna be some of that going on. So my take on it is they just gonna have to tough it out, or figure out how they can advance the sport and not take away from it.
Right. All right, that's agreed, man. Well, yeah, man. I know us sports fanatics, we can talk about sports all night, man. But we're gonna go ahead and kind of get ready to wrap this show, man. It's been a real good show, though. I ain't had a problem with none we did tonight, other than our little interruption we had for a minute. But this was our part two, and yeah, man, it's been a good show. And just like I said, shout out to the Lakers and the Cowboys. We're gonna see Lakers looking good, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how at least one of my teams do this year, you know what I'm saying? So if anybody else got anything else, man, on the sports, man, we're gonna get ready to get on up out of here and wrap this thing up.
I just want to say appreciate you everybody for your time tonight and great take it, everybody.
Yeah, I second that, man. Appreciate y'all time tonight, man. Coming in on one of our off nights on a Monday with us, man. Appreciate y'all. SG, you there, man? Don't worry about it. We good. But yeah, so yeah, man, Ziggy, and Spider, like I said, man, y'all can shout everybody out. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to close this one out for the night, man. With our topics, man, we appreciate y'all takes too, like I said, man, on Lil Durk and also the prison systems and the sports, man. I think what we need to do is have a full sports show or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we talking about some games or something that's happened, something like that, where we talking about two major topics, because sports and also the up and coming election, we might need to have a special on those two. This is my opinion, but I do want to say, if y'all been with us this time, especially on the second show and that first show, we appreciate you, and we're gonna have a giveaway soon. Once we get about 500 subscribers, we're gonna run a poll, and we're gonna do a little vote. We're gonna run some names, add it, however you want to call it, and we're gonna probably do like $100 giveaway or something. You know what I'm saying? Because we really appreciate y'all for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. Once we reach 500, we got something for y'all. So we appreciate y'all, man, and y'all have a good one. We got the professor coming in at the end, but y'all definitely can just shout out everybody, man, and see us on the next show.
I just like to say, real quick, I apologize for the late delivery, but I'm here on time, like it's supposed to be. Jacktown, Mississippi, we in the building. Everything the brother said earlier, I didn't get a chance to make my opinions felt with the Lil Durk situation and penal system, but it's all right. Still here. As long as y'all listening and educating your minds about the situation that's going on in America right now. And that's my take. That's my final take. Love all y'all.
Right. Shout out to team, man. You still we talked about sports too, man. Shout out to the Titans.
All day. I'm Titans all day. The camera on the face. Look, we camera. We here. You know what I'm saying? Titans. Whether we lose or win, we see the Titans in this thing. Because the game is always about the game. Be professional in your career path. Take your career with real seriousness, no matter what you do. Martin Luther King said, if you're a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper that is. If you are a trash man, that's fine. Be the best trash man. If you're a technician, be the best technician. Take what you have, work with your hands, work with your mind, but make it the best that you are. Show up to show out. Don't be about talk and I tried, but do make something happen. Don't give me excuses. Be the example and the solution.
Yeah, and with that, my fellas and our subscribers and my people, man, we appreciate y'all. Again, it's been a Just Talk show. And like I always say, us folks from Mississippi, we got something to say. And through every dark night, there's a bright day. After that, man, in the famous words of my boy Tupac. And so we'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Peace, everybody. Just Talk Show. Like, subscribe, comment,